let's move it on to the next topic, dude.
Sorry.
We got some. What do you guys want to do next? Want to do
I don't
some movies?
Top movies.
Can we just jump in and talk about how shitty Avatar 2 is?
I mean, if you guys want to, even though I liked it.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You like Dance Gavin Dance. We've already been over this.
That's all you got, Fuzz. Every time.
Dude, I got so much more. Don't even.
Oh yeah, off the top of your head. Do it. Roast me. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, let's
Give me a
talk
second,
about
dude.
Avatar.
Don't put me on the spot, man.
Guys, Avatar. Who else seen it in this with y'all?
I didn't.
Okay.
No?
So I watched Avatar for my first time yesterday morning because my 13-year-old was like, let's go see Avatar 2 in theaters. So we sat there, watched 3 hours of Avatar, and then later that night, I went and watched Avatar 2, which was another 3 hours of my life. It's gone. Look, you take out about an hour and a half of both movies, and I'm okay with the story and everything, but they really just like jerk themselves off with like, oh, look at all the neon stuff on all the trees and how alien and stuff. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. But you can look at something very pretty and beautiful. It's like porn. Like you're not gonna sit there and watch it after.
I just need 30 seconds of it.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like after, like you're like, okay, well, I mean, that's a very attractive people on the screen, but then I'm done. Like,
They're fucking sexy cat. They're sexy blue cat people. Okay?
Listen.
He blew up. He blew off his entire race. Some blue horse pussy, dude. That's fucked up. I just don't respect that cat. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on. So when they hook their little tentacle thing out of their head up to the other horses and all the other animals, and they're explaining it, they're like, "You can feel them breathe. You can feel."
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
I watched this documentary called Zoo, and that's like what all the horse fuckers and that were talking about. Like, you can feel them and how they breathe. And how they
Really?
move. And I was just like, ew. This is just
Icky.
a metaphor for them fucking horses. And the whole thing is, it's them bonding. They're bonding together. But then
Yeah,
that's how
it
they mate. They also mate with the same dillywhacker that they're...
Dilly whacker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dillywhacker.
I just, look, the movie is fine. I saw Ferngully a long time ago. I've seen Pocahontas a long time ago. I guess the other one that people compare it to is Dances with Wolves. I've never seen that movie, so I don't know. I've seen the story's been done. Avatar 2, though, since it's new, I will say the movie was better. The plot was better. It still was just an hour and a half too fucking long. Like, and they had so many storylines that were unnecessary. I'm not going to spoil anything, even though I don't care about you nerds that say that it's your favorite movie. It's not your favorite movie.
Dude, that's my favorite movie.
Shut up.
All right, I'm just gonna ask: is it better than Terminator 2?
No.
That's a loaded question because it's fucking. There's nothing better than Terminator 2.
Listen,
All right,
hold on.
that's my fucking point.
Listen, I will say it has shades of Terminator 2 with Titanic mixed.
Like T-1000.
It is. I mean, like the end of. Spoiler alert, guys! But the end of Avatar 2 is like James Cameron's greatest hits, all in the end of a movie.
He's like,
and honestly, as I watched it, I was like, "This reminds me of that. This reminds me of that." But I fucking didn't care because it was a spectacle. It was porn. It was porn for my eyes, except for I wasn't turned on. My brain
Yes,
was
you were.
though.
Yeah, you were.
Well, they
If
were.
there's anybody in this group right now that was turned on by that horrible movie, it's you.
Well, they were in water and they were just dripping wet and like so it's fine.
And then I saw those suds running
Yes,
down the crack of his ass.
But this is the only thing I was texting Toby about this because he was just going off. He's like, "Fucking nerds, suck it. That movie sucked." And I was like, Toby, you're the optimistic one usually. You're the
I am.
I was like, Fuzz's job is to fucking talk a bunch of shit, but you're being that guy. And he's like, well, everyone shouldn't like it because too many people like it.
no,
Stupid.
that's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Oh,
I'm happy that a lot of people enjoy that movie. It's just not for me, and I'm tired of people being like, "Oh, you haven't seen Avatar?" Like, I saw it finally, and I didn't like it, and now I've got to hear the, "I can't believe you didn't like it." And so it's just a never-ending cycle of those two questions or responses.
The only thing I have to say is, once again, he gave us Avatar. He gave us he directed Aliens. He gave us Terminator. The dude's just doing his own thing. And if he spends 15 years on some fucking eye porn and it's huge,
If
then
he spent 15 years on that fucking garbage, he should retire because that's fucking stupid.
he spent the last 15 years writing the next 4 Avatar movies, and they already filmed 90% of the next sequel and
gross.
and 20% of the sequel.
There's
after
more?
that. Yes. James Cameron said he's gonna make Avatar movies for the rest of his life.
Hold on, time out.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
Yes, he did.
Time out.
100%.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Let me ask you something. How long did you say it took him to write these?
I don't know
Hold
if
on,
it was
just-
actually 15 years, but
Okay.
it was. But
Okay.
it was 2009.
I
when
want
the
to
last one
point
came out.
you to Stephen King, who has written 500 stories.
He's roten.
Listen, I'm not a very intelligent man.
I'm just kidding.
He has.
I'm not a very smart man.
But why has it taken so long?
Well, he also had to wait for the technology to film a bunch of
He had to
underwater
wait-
shit.
Okay, you know what? That's why I haven't made my big movie yet. I'm waiting on the technology to catch up to where I need it to write my big film.
Why you stealing my lines, bro? that's what I was waiting for.
Oh yeah.
Adam, what do you think about Avatar? Give us a quick rundown.
Yeah, I've never seen it in full.
What what'd you think about what you did see? Were you,
You really want my real opinion?
I want your actual give us the opinion, whether you love it or hate it.
God, I hope you team up with us against Rickshaw.
I think that there's a reason that they're blue. I'll say that.
What do you mean? I want you let's steer this into the what you're really thinking.
They don't they don't have to be. Why do they have to be those weird creatures and all that shit? Like, it's very obvious they're trying to say something. Like, I from what I observed, just make it fucking humans, bro, and just tell the fucking story. We can feel it. So we can feel it.
Well, the big point of the underlining message of both of the movies are humans are self-destructive and we're ruining our own planet, and that's kind of why they made it this other race, because the humans are the bad guys in both of these movies.
We are always the bad guys. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah,
So-
for sure. I mean,
so
and
he-
that's
we do that
he
to
needed,
our own people.
He needed
Yeah.
6 fucking hours to tell me that humans are shitty people.
Yeah.
no, dude.
Come on, man.
You're
Well, it's his artistic expression of,
Yeah.
of that message, basically. But
yeah, and if you're gonna spend that long making a movie, you might as well just play in the water for a little longer.
At least be
yeah,
good.
stretch it out since you're already putting all that effort into it.
Yeah, that's obviously what happened in the second one, because it's what 40% of it is underwater,
Yeah.
and so
I kept holding my breath too when I was watching that.
yeah,
That would have been cooler then, if it was humans. And they actually put the money into having it all be theatrical water shit, like Waterworld, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Kevin
in on
Costner,
that.
What's up? I'm gonna tell a story. Don't no one be mad at me, but there was this girl in my high school, and her name was Christina Howard, and she talked like that, and everybody would ask her favorite movie all the time, because whenever they would ask her, she'd say Waterworld with Kevin Costner, and everybody would be like, "Oh shit!"
Wow, y'all are cruel,
That's
dog.
kind of
They would
meme,
just-
but
They
at
would
the
just
same
keep
time,
doing it all the time,
yeah, people would
That's
be
so
like,
cruel.
"Tell me your favorite movie."
Look, the next Avatar is going to be this is my prediction, my bold prediction. It's going to be about overpopulation. Because each I'm not giving the theme of what Avatar 2 is if you haven't seen it, but the next one's going to be about overpopulation and pollution. That's it. That's what my guess is going to be. There's going to be the underlining message of overpopulation and pollution.
just low hanging fruit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's if you see Avatar 2, you'll be like, look, there wasn't any kind of underlining message that was beating you to death. It was a badass revenge story. I was all on board with the revenge story until they brought in the underlining message and the hour and a half that didn't matter, that could have been saved for a different movie. If they would have tightened it up, it'd been like, okay, this is a pretty rad movie. But they set up so much stuff to be explained in the sequels coming out in the future. So,
when the rest of your director life is planned around Avatar movies, you gotta let people think. You gotta leave people thinking of what's gonna come next.
no.
I'd rather watch the last season of Game of Thrones than watch Avatar.
Hey, whoa, dude! I was okay with the last season of Game of Thrones.
Of course you were. You like Avatar. I mean, again,